President Trump's reputation about to take a hit? Since Zelensky's meeting, the US and Trump's image seems to have dropped significantly. Indeed, we must watch both Russia-Ukraine and US movements closely. It appears so. Not just battles, but psychological warfare is also crucial. On that note, there's positive news for Ukraine. Oh, that's interesting. What happened? Successfully tested a 3,000 kilometers long-range drone. They developed a new drone? Impressive. Seems like it. News came out on March 17th. Ukraine is already using these long-range drones to strike deep into Russian territory, hitting airfields, oil facilities, and logistics hubs previously out of reach. This new drone expands their attack range significantly. Zelensky is reportedly satisfied with the attack results. He says they need to produce more missiles and drones, discussing it with partners this week. Showcased new drones last year too. This year, they'll likely reveal weapons with unprecedented capabilities. Hopefully the war ends soon, making such developments unnecessary. That's true. Ukraine's weapon development is certainly progressing well. Are there new weapons besides drones? That's correct. Recently, as alternatives to cruise missiles, they've developed the Pyrrhia with turbojet engines and long-range missiles like Pikuro, as well as drone hybrids. I see. At least in terms of drones, there seems to be less concern. If performance isn't an issue, and we prepare enough, we might be able to push Russia back. Zelensky aims to produce at least 30,000 long-range drones by 2025. By the way, what about non-drone weapons? The new long-range missile Neptune is making progress. So, that sounds promising. On March 15th, President Zelensky announced a new Ukrainian long-range missile, Long Neptune, was successfully launched in combat via social media. Seems ready for full-scale use. How far is long range exactly? The range is estimated to be 1,000 kilometers. This puts Moscow in range, allowing precision strikes using satellite data. What? That's pretty bad for Russia, isn't it? It's not good. Ukraine's new 3,000 kilometers drone and 1,000 kilometers Neptune missile. It will make it tough for Russia, even in Moscow. Their defense systems are being destroyed one after another. Importantly, both new weapons are Ukrainian-made. As I mentioned earlier, we can use this in the future with Zelensky's timing, ignoring Trump's pressure. This poses a major threat to Putin's regime and likely puts pressure on Trump as well. What about it? Ukraine heavily relies on the US weapons, making it hard to break free from this situation. However, they're clearly working to improve their position. I see. The more I hear, the worse the US seems. Almost as bad as Russia. If Trump's actions aren't checked, the US might become increasingly isolated. On March 17th, the British government announced a UK-France-led coalition of willing nations to defend post-war Ukraine, expecting 30 countries to join. Impressive. European countries are really coming together on this. Seems so. While the Starmer's Prize noted varying national capabilities, 27 countries joined the online summit held by the alliance on the 15th. Japan, though not attending, apparently supports this initiative. Britain and France are steadily building a strong foundation. Are there already actions centered around these two countries? Reports suggest UK, France, Turkey, Canada, and Australia may send 30,000 troops. Other nations will help with weapons and supplies instead of troops. 30,000 troops? If realized, that would be significant support. That concludes our explanation. Was easy to understand? If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel.